What's up, everybody on YouTube? This is the Professor Attorney, and welcome back to another part of Turnabout Reminiscence. We just found out that Mackerel and Bern Faraday, I almost said Kane Bernard, were killed at the exact same time. Anyway, let's get on with it. Yes, get on with it! Yeah, I know. Is this the only real explanation that they killed each other simultaneously? Miles' address! You should listen to someone until they are finished talking. What are you talking about? I will only say it one more time. This is a competition to see who is truly worthy of the Von Karma name. A competition? The person that figures out the truth first wins. So the person who doesn't discover the truth is a dishonor to the name? Exactly! I don't care that he became a prosecutor before me. I simply refuse to hear any more foolish things coming from your foolish mouth. There should be a counter on how many times Francisca says fool or any iteration of it. Fine, whatever makes you happy. Can I take that as you're accepting my challenge? Once again, whatever makes you happy. Well then, let's begin the investigation, shall we? I'm going to find the perfect evidence and prettily present it like a professional I am. Competing to discover the truth behind the crime? Now that's delightfully childish. How delightfully childish, I should have said. You kids, hold it. Kid? Ha! Serves you right, Miles. He just called you a kid. I said kids, kid. How dare you call me a kid as well? I'll do what I please, and I won't allow you to cause a ruckus on my crime scene. Hey, big guy, you're going to watch over these two. Yes, sir. Detective Bad, sir. Now, what? Now do what I say from now on, kids, okay? You better not get in our way, Scruffy. You'll feel the bite of my whip if you do. Yeah. Then you, prosecutor boy. Let's get the investigation started already, alright? Great, now even that detective is treating me like a child. Alright, now it's time to get investigating. Get a move on, prosecutor boy. My name is Miles Edgeworth. And if you were to call me prosecutor boy one more time... I went a little Australian there. It will be my duty as a prosecutor to look into your monthly salary. What? And what will you do with my salary after you saw how much it was? It's up to you now, isn't it? Really? Sounds good, pal. You're so naive. Detective Bad, may I have a word with you?
What is it?
It appears that both a knife and a gun were used as murder weapons.
Yeah, it does.
That leads us to the first question of the investigation. Where did the men acquire the weapons?
The gun was inside of Faraday's bag. It was a piece of evidence that was presented in the trial earlier today. It was used to kill the Cordobian embassy staff member. But I never heard anything about the knife. Mr. Rell was being held by the police. There was no way he could have brought it in. Which means it's possible that Faraday had the knife on him from the start as well.
Could it have been a piece of evidence that has yet to be presented? But then why does Detective Bad know about it? Wait, what if... It's possible that Mr. Faraday brought the knife under the guise of prosecutorial evidence. He could have brought it out and attacked Mr. Rell with it.
Oh. Huh. Maybe you've got a brain in there after all, kid.
Is he going to treat me like a child forever?
It looks like Mr. Faraday attacked Mr. Rell first, who then counterattacked. That's the only logical conclusion that you can draw from a scene like this.
Not yet. I feel that it's much too early to be drawing conclusions already. I must first find conclusive evidence as to ensure the honor of the name Von Karma. Yeah, pal? I'm so excited, pal. This is my first real crime scene. Let's start investigating. Detective Gumshoe. I thought investigating... I'm sorry, I just got tongue-tied. Investigations were supposed to be conducted in a calm, collected manner. What do you know about how to run an investigation, little boy prosecutor? I know that at the very least, I should have a greater grasp than you of what happened here. Why, you don't know any more than me, pal. Look, you just stay behind me, boy, and out of the way. Man, Gumshoe was mean to Miles. But I guess their roles reversed. I mean, not the intelligence, the being mean to each other role. Ironic coming from a guy that's been a step behind me in the entire case. Detective, did you notice anything peculiar? This is my first time setting foot inside the courthouse. Who would have thought that it would be my first case as a detective? But you know, I get the feeling that I'll be coming here a lot more in the future. At least like once per trial in the trilogy, at least. As a suspect detective? Of course not, pal! Anyway, this lobby actually looks pretty luxurious. I mean, for a defendant lobby, it's got a pretty big TV. Oh, and there's that tea set on the table over there. Bet you didn't know that I like to drink tea. Wow, this room really is decked out. If it means spending time here, maybe being a suspect isn't such a bad thing after all. I begin to suspect that leaving the detective in charge of anything might be bad. But he is right. This room is rather well furnished. And somewhere in this room, the truth is slumbering. It's time to find this and give it a wake-up call. And, Gumshoe. And Detective, can you tell me about the murder? So, Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, what is it, boy? Out of all people to call me that, the detective is by far the least qualified. I wanted to ask you about how the investigation is proceeding. See for yourself, pal. Do I do a good detective bad or what? Has this man not a professional bone in his body? Very well. Then I will inspect the victim's bodies myself. No thanks to you, detective. It looks like Mr. Faraday fell on top of Mr. Rell. At first glance, it seems like they must have killed each other. However, using logic, the only logical conclusion is, aha! What was that outburst for? My detective instinct just hit me real hard. It was Mr. Rell that fell first, see? Hoist. You don't need a detective's instinct for that. It's common sense. But I suppose we won't know much more than that until after I examine the bodies. He says that a lot. So let's examine Mr. Faraday first. Mr. Faraday, how ironic is it for him to lose his life in the courthouse? Yeah, why did it have to be like this? I don't know what to say. I can't believe this happened while I was on watch, pal. Rather than beating yourself up, you should spend your time in continuing the investigation. Didn't you become a detective in order to solve crimes? Yeah. Then get back to work. Find out the cause of his murder. Right. I'm on it, pal. Okay, let's examine Mr. Rell if we can. First, he killed a Colombian embassy staff member. Then he was murdered himself. This guy, he wasn't exactly an angel, you know? What makes you say that? Well, he must have he's been hauled in the precinct several times for theft and assault, pal. So yeah, he's definitely the type who committed a murder, too. Well, he did admit to killing Mr. Dead Man. Hey, good point, pal. I knew my detective intuition was telling me something. Detective's intuition, right. Yep. Do you know about